Tommy? Billy?
You didn't think you were the only magical girl in town, did you? The name's Agatha Harkness. Lovely to finally meet you, dear. It's been Agatha!
And I killed Sparky, too.
Snooper's gonna snoop. So, Wandavision tomorrow, episode 8 and 9, and then it's done with. So, what is good, YouTube Warstu here? With a video on Wandavision episode 8 and 9. So, I want to go back to the channel roots of this channel. Let's go back to the roots, where we went over everything and anything, leaks, news, theories, reviews, and everything. We're going to go over the leaks for episode 8 and 9, and they do sound pretty crazy. In fact, some of it sounds unbelievable, but a lot of it sounds believable. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to know what the face behind the voice looks like, and also check us out on Twitter. WarstuG. We do some firecracker tweets over there. So, the last episode of WandaVision ended in such a savage, carnage, cynical way. We found out that Auntie Agnes is actually Agatha Harkness, the witch from the comics. She even had the purple dress, or the purple outfit, and the necklace. Wanda didn't see it coming, but everyone else did see it coming. And Monica Rambeau has her phantom powers. So, this is coming from Reddit. But to be fair, guys, there is a lot of leaked images to back it up. So, careful for spoilers. Episode 8 opens with Agatha revealing her past to Wanda. She was a witch in Salem, sentenced to drown, but Ralph saved her and gave her even greater powers for her loyalty. So, at the moment, the conspiracy theories, the other YouTubers and creators and stuff, think that Ralph is Mephisto. I kind of think he's like Nightmare, but he could be either and or. Agatha isn't mind controlling. She's doing this of her own volition for her master. So she is mind controlling. She's doing this for her own volition for her master. She's posed as a psychiatrist and tricked Wanda into creating the hex in order to siphon her powers for her unknown purpose. Now, so far, this seems pretty interesting, and we know we're getting a backstory of Agatha in this episode based on the teasers and I guess you could say the promo. Vision encounters Monica and Pedro and releases the latter from the hex. Whamming Pedro reveals that he is indeed Pedro Maximoff from the X-Men universe and wants to return home. Kevin Feige's pretty much confirmed this in an interview as well. The three of them face off against Agatha and Wanda, and with Vision's power of love, Wanda returns to her senses and begins undoing the hex. Interesting. We know the hex is going to have to disappear. It is. So far this is pretty believable. The hex becomes unstable. Half the people trapped start glitching between all the different roles, with other half and are fully awake now and start freaking out. They still can't leave. However, now this is really pretty mad, these leaks. However, Howard and his S.W.O.R.D goons manage to break into the unstable hex and make a beeline in recovering Vision. Before they can, Agatha whammies Howard and all his goons to hold the townspeople hostage. Vision and Wanda confront Agatha while Monica, Peter, Jimmy Woo, who's also now inside, confront S.W.O.R.D. Whilst Monica and Jimmy fight off the goons, Peter does his signature Sweet Dreams moment. Will likely be a different tune in the proper episode to save the townsfolk one by one and get them through the breach. Episode ends with Billy and Tommy standing outside and looking into the hex. Now, if the twins are going to be outside the hex, that means at least that part of the story is true. Mid-credit scene has Strange, Wong, and a bunch of sorcerers outside the glitchy hex. The sorcerers help the people and free S.W.O.R.D agents while Strange and Wong prepare to go in. Now, so far, there's nothing far-fetched fleshed in that episode at all. We've seen parts of it in the trailer or the promo that is always revealed after the episode. So nothing on that is too unbelievable, but it's what's coming up in episode 9 that is freaking insane in parts, but kind of believable in other parts. So like I said, guys, I cover everything. I like covering these leaks. You guys seem to be enjoying like the leak videos I've done to this, so I decided to do a few more. So episode 9 starts off with another Dr. Agatha PhD scene. She whammies Wanda into breaking into S.W.O.R.D to steal Vision's body. It's in a horrible shape, however, she relents. Then, when Agatha convinced her to create the Hex, along with another Vision, confirming he's not from another universe, that's interesting. Let's just go over that bit again. Then Agatha convinces her to create the Hex, along with another Vision, confirming he's not from another universe. Damn, that's interesting. If this is real, I'm reading it like it is because it's funner that way. Agatha makes the Hex disappear entirely, which weakens Vision and causes him to start disintegrating. Wanda goes all out against her in a huge battle. Strange and Wanda arrive. Interesting. I mean, if Strange is coming, then Wanda is going to come. That's pretty obvious. Strange and Peter give each other knowing glances, like they were expecting to see the other. Peter speeds Monica and Jimmy to the rescue encampment. Wanda defeats Agatha Phoenix style. Interesting. But starts losing control. Strange shows up inside her mind and gives a mind trip. "You are better than this" style speech. That's pretty cool because I still personally feel this is a plot hole, not this bit here, because Strange is supposed to, you know, track magical beings and magical inconsistencies and currencies and stuff like that. He should have showed up a long time ago, but I get it for the Marvel platform, the Marvel style, that he couldn't have shown up until the very last minute. After Wanda powers down, she kneels next to dying Vision and they share a final goodbye while Strange and Wanda look on. Interesting. On the outskirts of town, Agatha is still alive, limping, when Carl Mord, I'm actually reading this for the first time, guys. This is like a live reaction of said fake plot real leaks. When Carl Mordo appears and the other big appearance appears. Now, what's interesting is there's actually no like Mephisto or Nightmare so far. Like I've also said, like speaking to people behind the scenes, are we actually going to see him? Like I said, this might be completely fake. Let's just read it like it's actually real. Just as she's about to ask him to help, he strangles her with his staff whippy thing and extracts all the energy she siphoned from Wanda. As Agatha ages into an old woman, a dark cloud smoke with purple energy shoots out of her body and she dies. He looks on into the red energy in his hand, while two teens, an aged Billy and Tommy, appear behind him. Now, this is saying Agatha dies. I'm not... Sorry, guys. She's too popular. I don't believe this part, at least. Very interesting, though. Epilogue. As Wanda's going with Master Kumar to heal and hone her powers, Peter asks her about her son, but no one but him has any memories of them. Howard apologizes to Monica, Jimmy, and Darcy and gives a tone routine. Jimmy and Peter both join S.W.O.R.D. Now, this is where it gets pretty spicy. Mid-credit scene features Wanda doing his Infinity Stone hologram show by himself in the library, looking super concerned. He singles out the blue space stone surrounded by black swirl Loki alternate timeline with a 7th white stone appears in front of him. Wow, let's just read that bit again. Loki's alternate timeline with a 7th white stone appears in center. End credit scene has the black cloud quickly wash over New York, lightning speed. No one knows it. However, suddenly hex-shaped portals begin opening in the sky one by one. Series ends with Maximoff will return. Doesn't say where. Now that's very, very interesting, guys, isn't it? Now, let me know down below, do you believe this or do you think this is fake news? I think a good bunch of it is real, but I think there's so many inconsistencies in that would you really believe that? I don't know, but there are some other parts that were actually missed off in said plot leak. Now, in other kind of plot leaks, there is parts where it says, shocking, no one seen this coming, but Doctor Strange appears in episode 9, having a more intriguing participation with Professor X by Patrick Stewart. Remember, Paul said he had a chance to work with an actor he looked up to. Well, supposedly it's Patrick Stewart. Well, which is kind of funny, but Patrick Stewart keeps publicly saying that he won't appear at all, which is interesting. Then we have this, and we've seen this scene in the actual trailer. We have a change in the origin of Wanda's powers. We discover the Jewel of the Mind activation of her X gene. That is the MCU. She is a mutant. We have a flashback of Wanda looking at a duel in the trailer. So that bit seems to be pretty reliable. I think that bit's definitely true. Wanda accepts the death of Vision. She gives him a decent wake for him. Wanda accepts the death of her parents too. We find out the actors in the trailers were her parents all along. Kind of like a lot of YouTubers and people have already said, to be fair. Now, this is interesting because I posted a video about this a week ago. We have 2 post-credit scenes. The first one is Agatha's scene with Mark Hamill, which kind of dispels the other plot leak that says Agatha was basically killed. It essentially says Mark Hamill will be playing Nightmare in Multiverse of the Madness. Sorry, I mean Madness of the Multiverse, which is interesting. It also says that Howard is a Skrull, and this is to kick off the secret invasion, which kicked off a long time ago. We see a prototype of Vision. Vision's door in the comics. The title of the next Spider-Man movie closes the series. As we know, interesting. It also says Peter Maximoff is the Fox one, as we all knew. So that's pretty much it for the plot leak, which is interesting because everyone keeps saying Mephisto. But according to this plot leak, if it's real, I hope it's not, because it is a bit, let's be honest, guys. I know you guys say I hate Marvel. I actually really like Marvel. It's just a bit weak. If it's real, it's to me, it's just so darn weak. If this is true, it is weak. I do not believe they're going to kill Agatha off. I think that would be it would be wasted potential if they did. Now, the aerospace engineer is actually going to be Warstu. No, I'm joking. It's not actually me. It's going to be a character called Blue Marvel, which, yeah, I know everyone was expecting it to be Mr. Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, but no, according to this, not. But it's actually going to be played by John Boyega, who was in, obviously, Star Wars. And it says the series here, Blue Marvel, he will be played by John Boyega in the series and will appear in episode 8. I mean, it could be true. And also, it does say Magneto will appear, but it's going to be, we see a scene from Michael Fassbender, but it's not a new scene. And then it says Pedro is really from the Fox universe. It's the leaks aren't really in concurrent order, but I personally don't believe they're going to kill Agatha off. I think if they killed Agatha off, it would be a travesty. And did Marvel ever kill anyone off? No, not really. So both the plot leaks, they're from the same source, but they kind of have inconsistency with each other. They are converted from a Portuguese leak, allegedly, which is neither here or there. And there's also some other information, but it's really nonsense, because it says, look, Tom Hiddleston Loki won't be playing the main role in Loki season 2. I think the only reason people are excited for the Loki is because of Tom Hiddleston. You get rid of Tom Hiddleston, and would anyone actually care? I don't know. I really don't know if they would. It says Monica Rambeau is the first death of Secret Invasion. I don't know about that. It also says that the twins are going to be in the Young Avengers. Everyone's seen that coming. It's worth saying that this information has come from Reddit and is translated from Portuguese, so there might be some inconsistencies, but I thought I'd go over it because you guys seem to love it. So let me go, guys. Do you actually think we're not going to see Mephisto and Mark Hamill could be Nightmare, like your boy Warstu said? That was a little theory I had, because obviously Mark Hamill has voiced Nightmare before, but if we go back to leaks, Nightmare was the original villain for Doctor Strange Madness of Multiverse. That was like ages when it first got announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. That was the original villain. So if I was right, and that's cool. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, Twitter or WarstuG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.